Eat healthy, stay healthy. Food is not just a nutrition anymore. It's an identity. It's a culture. It's a family value or a family binding thing. It's faith. It is religion. It is everything which surrounds us. It is not just nutrition. But nutrition do not work on faith or culture. It works on biology. Before religion came into existence, the food choices depend only on one thing, and that was hunger and survival. It could be plants, it could be insects, it could be animals, it could be roots. Whatever we could fetch was eaten, and hence there were days of abundance when we had a catch, and there was variety. Whenever we got something that was very peculiar for that day, and another day would have something else. So a diversity was there, fasting was there, forced fasting was there, and abundance of food was there. Then, along with the religion came farming and agriculture. This produced a lot of food items, and the scarcity of food was gone. But the diversity also was gone. Unlike what we believe, it is not religion who controlled our food habits. It is the food habits which were prevalent at that point of time, was adopted by religion and put it in a perspective to enable discipline and a communal living for that community in that geography. So if you see the geography which was inland, they predominantly worked on vegetarian food, as you can see in areas like Rajasthan or in Gujarat, where you don't have a coastal area. They predominantly survived on that. The coastal areas like West Bengal or Kerala or Goa survived on fish and seafood. There were places where bad climate or adverse climate, like very low temperature, they purely survived on majorly on animal meat or fish. Hence the religions which was formed in those geographical areas followed what was followed by the people. It is the region which taught what to be followed by the religion. It is not the other way around. That is why even today the people in the inland areas who are majorly vegetarian feel that that is superior, and people who are in the cold areas or coastal areas feel animal meat is the best. We don't need to take sides now, because we can actually go by science. We can analyze the data which is available and decide what is best. In other words, we can take the best from all religions and test them and give the best for us to survive. Religion did a good thing. By advocating a peculiar kind of food, they enforced discipline. Religion also enforced a brotherhoodness by eating together. Most of the religions propagated the idea of fasting, which we now know helps scientifically in insulin reset and many other advantages. But religion never cared about muscle loss because of the shortage of protein intake, never talked about the gut health and the kind of bacteria needs, and never bothered about micronutrient deficiency, which is predominant amongst vegetarians who are not consuming any animal food. Especially these shortages can be for vitamin B12, omega-3 fatty acid, protein to some extent. When science combined the best from all these religions, they suggested to all those people, if you are going by vegetarian, it's okay, but please compensate by taking supplements on protein, omega-3 and vitamin B12 at least, and in some cases iron also, because the iron is available in vegetarian food, but absorbability of those ions are much difficult for the body. Religion has its own way of telling what to eat, but our body does not follow religion. We are at the current stage as a result of a long years of evolution. The fundamental thing about evolution is survival of the fittest. And that is why we have turned to be omnivorous. We are not herbivores, we are not carnivores. We can eat the food from both the worlds, which is pretty obvious from our physiology. We have teeth which can tear the meat. We have teeth which can chew the plants. We have enzymes to digest plants, and we have acids to help digesting the meat. Our intestine length is in between that of herbivores and carnivores. All this physiological evidences clearly say that we are omnivores. And that is our strength, and that is our survival strength as a species. If we try to remove that and go to any one side, that is not going to be a common sense. So if you are following a religion and you are a vegetarian, no problem with that. It is good. It has an advantage of sustaining this planet, but there is going to be a serious deficiency of protein, omega 3, and vitamin B12, and maybe iron. Obviously, you have to supplement with that. Religion gives fasting the way they were performed years back. Now we know with the help of science that absolute fasting is not good for health. You have to compensate for adequate amount of protein, else you'll suffer muscle loss, especially for women and older people. Sacrificing water is very dangerous. Rehydration is very, very important for your survival. Do fasting, but don't do blindly as what religion says. Use some common sense, some science, so that you stay healthy. Don't stay hungry and foolish. This is because science do not prescribe anything based on belief. It prescribes everything based on outcomes or evidence. So you are safe to follow science. Don't discard your religion, but adapt it using the best from both worlds, from religion as well as from science. Science is moving forward, not backward. It is not rejecting religion. It is adapting it. It keeps fasting but personalizes it. It keeps plant foods but balances it with protein. It keeps discipline but avoids blind rules. This is progress, not reversal. When the food becomes identity, the evidence against our beliefs becomes very offensive. The nutrition is not moral, it is physiological. It is fact based. It is evidence based. It is outcome based. Excluding food groups. When I say food groups, excluding say vegetarian food, excluding say animal food, excluding meat, or excluding fish, that creates complexity, unnecessary complexity and deficiency, not superiority. Biology is universal. Better follow that. The future of food is not traditional and not trendy. It is informed, flexible, and evidence driven. Progress is not taking sides. It is selecting what works. Tradition offers wisdom, science offers verification. Health comes from using both intelligently. Eat healthy, stay healthy.